Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. My name is Sudhir Sahasranaman and you're watching Study with Sudhir. There is something very fascinating about this virtue called honesty. It's a virtue I hold very dear to my heart. It's like my guiding force. And I can say this with a great degree of pride, with a great degree of conviction that this book, which we released late evening on the 30th of June, is a work of honesty, absolute honesty. I also want to tell you one more thing. This is not my book. This is our book. This is a work of partnership. This is a work of collaboration. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. Also, please note that I have used the word with Sudhir sir, not by Sudhir sir. I'm not giving you gyan. It's not a one-way street of giving gyan, which is why I said this is a work of partnership with Sudhir sir. Write English right with Sudhir sir. I feel a little emotional thinking about a lot of things. But anyway, see, basically it's like this. When I started teaching ICSE students in the year 2019, I really believe the last 6 years have been as much of a learning experience for me. It's not just about me teaching a few subjects. It's about being a student myself. I learned so much about young children, 13, 14, 15 years of age. I learn about their fears, their apprehensions, their concerns, their anxieties. It helps me become a better educator. It helps me become a better mentor. I know so much about students and their life beyond their textbooks. So many students confide in you, tell about what they fear, what their anxieties are, what their plans are, what their goals are in life. That enriches me. And I think that has been my biggest wealth. That has been my biggest earning in the last 6 years, or is earning per income tax या GST भी नहीं देना पड़ता. So that is like the सोने पे सुहागा. I believe all those experiences that I have gathered over the last 6 years, understanding a child's mind, understanding what I think is easy, but the child may find tough, all that has reflected itself in what I have written in this book. Which is why I feel so good about this book and even in this book which we released earlier this year. This book is for ICSE class 9 and 10. This is for ISC class 11 and 12. This has 60 essays, 59 written by me, one written by one of our students who went on to become an All India topper. This one has 65 essays, 10 formal and 10 informal letters, 5 notices and 5 emails, and 5 letters, 2 letters and 3 essays written by our students who went on to become All India toppers. Now, while it says class 9 and 10, I really believe class 8 students and their parents also should invest in their book, because this is your passport to high marks as far as the English language paper is concerned. Don't wait for your child to reach class 10 to start writing. No, I have been a writer for the last 35 years. So when I say this, trust what I say about the craft of writing. The better quality reading material you get, one of my friends who was an ex-colleague, she says reading is like nutrition. You need to ensure that you put the right kind of nutrition in your mind. This book, I believe, these two books are like multivitamins for your mind. The better quality writing, the better quality vocabulary, construction, expression, content you see, you will get ideas. And you know what will be my biggest victory? When so many of you actually end up writing better than me. If I can be a small part in a revolution in India where we are able to create better quality writers, your success will be my success. Trust me. मैं तब हाथ खड़ा करके बोलूंगा कि इसमें मेरा भी हाथ था. That's what I want. I want each one of you to write even better than me, communicate better than me, speak better than me, be able to express better than me. That's what every teacher wants, and that's what I also would want. The other thing I want to say is about this book. I have already told you there are this 100 odd essays, letters, notice, and email. I spoke about the All India toppers, but that I think has been only part of the journey. The big journey has been about exposing students to a better quality of writing. Because see, as you grow, and I've been seeing this even with Tejaswini, India has a large number of engineers, managers, architects, different professions, etc., doctors, chartered accountants. What will make a difference is your ability to be a better communicator. And communication is about writing, it's about speaking. You need to work on these two skills. If you think ChatGPT will do it, ChatGPT has no emotion. Only when you write yourself will you get that emotion, because that will be raw, undistilled emotion. ChatGPT gives you a particular template of writing. Don't outsource your mind to ChatGPT. Never do that. You will kill this brilliant mind that you have within your body. So where can you buy these books? You can go to oswalbooks.com. You can buy it from there. You can also there, you can use a Sudhir 10 coupon code, which you can use in order to get an additional discount. You can go to Amazon or Flipkart also. The choice is entirely yours where you can order this book. But please do that. But please don't just keep it on the shelf. Use it, read it, write essays. The more you read, the more you write, the better you will get. I want each one of you to score in 19 out of 20 in the essays, a 10 out of 10 in letters, a 10 on 10 in notice and email. Grammar ki bari aage aayegi. Okay. I will also cite one basic stat to you. 2025 board examination. Do you know how many essays and letters came from our book, the previous edition? 4. 3 from the previous edition of this book, and 1 from this book, right? I remember students feeling delighted with the topics which had come because they had read the book and they thought, wow, content ka to intizam ho gaya. Kaise likhna hai, uska bhi intizam ho gaya. And I'm sure all of them did so incredibly well. That's what makes me happy. But I always say that even if no topic comes from these 2 books, there is nothing to worry, because if you have read it, you will get used to the style. And you may think that, okay, sir has approached this topic like this. Why don't I approach it differently? And that's what I would want. I want each one of you to explore and experiment and express. The 3 E's is what you should invest in. Explore, experiment, express. जितना ज्यादा करोगे उतना बेहतर राइटर तुम बनोगे. And writing is something, expressing, communication is something which will really help you, whether you, irrespective of the occupation, the profession that you get in. There is another very interesting thing. Just like in this book, those of you have it, 5 essays were annotated. Similarly, यहाँ पर भी हमने essays को एक essay को annotate किया है each category में. उससे फायदा ये होगा that you know intro कैसे करना है, conclusion कैसे करना है, narrative में plot को कैसे बढ़ाना है. How do you kind of argue in the right way when you are arguing and putting forth 3 to 4 to 5 arguments, right? How to interpret a picture composition, how to develop a plot in an original story. All those things are annotated, one essay each, so that will further help you. We have given a detailed list of frequently asked questions that will help solve all your doubts. There is a detailed explanation before every format that will further tell you what to do and what not to do. The ICSE format of letters and notice and email is also given so that there is clarity. Okay, this is the ICSE prescribed format that I need to follow. So that's what you need to do. See, at the end of the day, the testimonials that I get, be it on Instagram DM, comments, YouTube comments, emails, etc., is proof about the kind of work we do, the kind of quality of work we do. You will see some of those testimonials on studywithsudhir.com, our website. They are the real barometer of what we are, not fake or paid reviews that you find idhar udhar. These testimonials from students, and even more importantly from their parents, tell me that students have moved on. I'll tell you some examples of some students who came to me in the early month of January, 2 years back, when we still had the Ashwin course. One of them had scored some 48 out of 80 in the pre-board examination. Another one was in the early 50s. I did not want to admit at that time, but I did that as a challenge. Worked on them for 1.5 months, January and half of February, before the exam started in the second half of February. Both of them scored above 75 on 80. That to me is the ultimate success. For me, that testimonial from that student matters to me much more than anything anyone can say. Because you made a difference for me or koi nahi. Those 2 students will always remember me for the rest of their life. That's what matters. That is, as I said at the beginning of this video, the real wealth जिस पर income tax GST नहीं pay करना पड़ता. So this book, these 2 books are a replacement for the Ashwin course. Read, write. Those are the only 2 things that you need to do. absorb the style of writing, absorb the vocabulary, absorb the content, the construction, the expression. All of them will help you score really high marks. Earlier we had self-published it. Now we have given it. I mean, we went to Oswald Books, who have done a fantastic job. I mean, the design team has done such a good job, and they have taken care of such small things, which is what I really like about Oswald Books. For example, any essay that you see will start here and end here, right? He has ensured even small things that the child does not have to flip the page. When you flip the page, you move to the next essay. That's how it is. So great design, which will really make your entire reading experience very good. And I'm very confident that it will get the positive feedback. It will make a difference to many of you students, which is why I really think isko shelf pe nahi rakhne ka hai, isko istemal karna hai. That's what I really want. I would request librarians also to have a look at this book. Some of the pages are there on the Amazon app also. See, finally, all I would say is that this book is written with you in mind. Your success is my success. So, to that extent, I want you to be successful because I have a vested interest in your success. I want each one of you to be extremely successful. Thank you very much. Tata, bye-bye. A lot of things I just said, it was a man ki baat, but I just wanted to say this very clearly, that this honest piece of work which has taken, I believe that this is a book which is like 6 years in the making. And I really feel very happy with the way it has turned out. Thank you very much. Tata, bye-bye. God bless you.